Recently, Jim Cramer interviewed the CEO of Panera Bread on Mad Money TV, and I want to ask him now, Jim, after that interview, I still watched it, and I'm still not convinced that a company like that, given that we may be entering a recession, that we are in a recession, why would I go there when I can make my sandwiches at home?
Okay, this is Ron Shake. He's the CEO. He's from down the next town over from me. Here's why you buy Panera. It's not for that. You're absolutely right. People could trade down. Actually, Panera would be a trade down from a nicer place, of which there aren't that many that you would trade down to. Panera is a place that you trade up from McDonald's. I like Panera for one reason only. It has a great balance sheet. And what's going to happen is we read over and over again for the general growth, GGP is stock that's just been completely trashed. What we're seeing is there's a lot of real estate for sale and a lot of prime locations, and there aren't a lot of Paneras. So Panera was struggling with being able to buy cheap real estate and then put up new stores. They have cash, they can do it. As long as they maintain their cash flow and they don't have any debt, they can grow. And what will happen is that they will grow where they feel they can sustain their price point, but they've lowered the price point, and and every time they lower the price point, they get more customers. This is a way, and I would describe this as being, this is a way to have quality dining without paying a quality price. So it's Red Lobster and Olive Garden on the cheap. That is perceived as being natural food that is not diluted by
artisan.
Right, and so that appeals to a generation of particularly of women in their teens and 20s, and so it's got that niche, it's got the cash, it has opportunity. None of those things is a reason to buy the stock now. They're all reasons to be able to say, okay, look, when the smoke clears, companies that are self-financing that have a lot of cash are going to win. And we don't know when the smoke clears. Now, if the smoke clears in 2013, then I've cost you a lot of money with Panera. If the smoke clears in 2010, I haven't.
One more question, because it's a franchise model, and right now
they only have about 10 big franchisers.
Okay, right, because you have to buy like several. You can't just have one.
So in other words, they're not beholden upon the franchisers are also self-financing.
Got it.
So remember, self-financing food bank much better than any company that needs a loan, because there are no loans available.
Exactly.
There's a great article in the New York Times this weekend by Joe Nocera, where he caught red-handed the J.P. Morgan guy saying we're not going to take any money and lend. And that's true. You can't get a loan in this country, and I know that from personal experience, because I had a really good balance sheet. It was hard for me to get a mortgage loan. I feel strongly that if Panera needed debt to expand, take a look at Dine Equity, this thing that's Applebee's. If IHOP hadn't bought Applebee's, I think they'd be doing well. If you take a look at the debt position in Darden, it's really quite frightening.
Okay. Thanks very much, Jim Cramer. Stay tuned for more Wall Street Confidential.